Today we talk about the family members. So get ready because you're going to talk about the difference of or between, right? Between family, relative, and in-law. Because for most people they are all the same. So how do you say family, like from Portuguese into English? And we have some things that we need to consider. It's not that simple, remember that's what I say, but it's not that complex as long as you understand what I want to say. Okay? So let's go. Let's talk about the family. And remember, I said that we have words like, number one, family. Let me put it back. So we have the words like family. So traditionally, we understand family as that group of people that are very close, very hermetic, as we sometimes say. So in this case, it goes like the father, the mother, and the children. The children can be, of course, the son, the daughter, or sons and daughters. But nowadays, remember that the modern families are not exactly like this. So then we have different families. So that's why people usually understand family as those people, let's put like this, who live together. If you live together, but of course you have a kind of relationship, right? You have something in common, and that common thing is your heritage, your blood, right? You have your blood, so the same blood that runs in the family, so it's going to be this. So people who live together, maybe the grandmother, maybe somebody else, I don't know, cousin. So you're all in the same place, so you belong to that family. Another understanding is to think about everybody, okay? So as long as you are related, like brothers and sisters, they got married, they have their children, they are all of them are considered family. Well, this is something that is, I would say, very personal, very cultural, but cultural in that individual way of thinking. So, because other people prefer to say relative, okay? And what is the relative? So, the others, okay? Those people who do not live together. You belong together because you have the same kind of blood, either from the father, from the mother, or maybe somebody else. But anyway, in a situation like this, you are somehow related. So that's why you say that you are relatives. Okay, remember, family indicates this idea of plural, although it's singular. Okay, it's a singular word. I mean, you don't say like families, because then you understand different people. When you say relative, you're saying only one. So sometimes you need to understand that you're saying relatives using the plural idea. So remember, I'll keep the S capitalized. Another possibility for you to understand the family or the idea of family is to think about the in-laws. Okay? So the in-laws, I would say that it would be what? I mean, how can I say that now, right? I said the others. The others. Well, only if I say the others, I guess. But in a situation like this, I hope you understand that. You are yourself, and let's say that you get married, okay? The person or the people who are related to your husband, in case you are a woman, or to a wife, in case you are a man, let's say her relatives, his relatives are going to become your in-laws. So you are not related by blood. It's just because you got married to that person, either your wife or your husband. Okay? So let's put something here. And now, how can I say that in a kind of simplified way, right? So let's say here, let me put like this. Your, let's say, wife or husband or husbands. Let's put like this. So your wives or husbands, let's say, not family, let's say relatives, that somehow you are related. Okay? So they are not yours. Let me put it here because I use it as capitalized. It's going to be the same. So in-law is only one. In-laws, of course, some. Relative, only one. And relatives, more than one. So remember that. Let me use like this. I think it's important that when you have singular, you can say family. But remember, family. We understand family as something sacred, even with all these modernized world and stuff. But if you marry again, or if you, let's say, kind of belong to another family, so you can say, let's put like capitalized, that now you have different families. Okay? So in this case, I don't know if I think it's better, but remember it's Y becomes I, and then you put the the ES, and then you have family, families. Okay? So just for you to remember this. But as I said, family, even in Portuguese and some other languages, we understand the whole group of people. Okay? The whole people you have that live together. This is the regular way. But there are some curiosities that we need to talk about. So that's why let's take a look at the dictionary, because I think it's important that we go there and see what the dictionary says about all this. Okay? So the dictionary is going to bring, and remember, try to use the Longman Dictionary of Contemporary English because it's so great. Let's see if we have some cultural stuff here. We have family, family circle. Wow, we have a lot of stuff. So take a look at this. So then you have this idea that we say the word family, see family there, word family here. So then we have related words as nouns, adjectives, verbs, and adverbs, and it goes on. So when we have this, we have related topics like family, children, biology, blah, blah, blah. So remember that the word family, of course, has the plural. So you have Y preceded by a consonant, and then you drop the Y, and then you place I instead in place of it, and then you put the ES at the very end. Okay, so this is rule. This is the grammar rule. You have to follow it. So British English,
family,
and the American English, man, it's so sexy to listen to this, right?
family,
There you are. So then you have here a definition. Family, because you are closely related or a closely related group. It's a countable word because you say family, family. So if you have plural, it's countable. So then you have a group of people who are related to each other. So remember, especially a mother, a father, and their children. This is a traditional family. But remember, nowadays, we have different families. This modern world is so great. But anyways, you have here grammar. Is it singular? I mean, do we use singular or plural verb? This is a great one. You see, the family loves. My family comes. In British English, you can use the plural verb. Guys, this is so nice. Because when you have information like this, or some kind of doubts you got, this dictionary or this kind of dictionary is going to help you a lot. Children, so is another thing we have here. Family size. Okay, when you talk about the group of animals or things in science, that's why it's technical. So a group of related animals, plants, languages, blah, blah, blah. We have collocations. What else we have here? Family plus noun. The common errors. Well, I'm not going to focus on it. And then you have just family stuff. So not much. So remember, as I said, then we have the kind of definition for the word family. Then we have the word relative. Remember that relative is also an adjective. So we are going to find first as a noun. It may be an adjective because it's related. It can be a verb, so then you change, of course, and it can be an adverb. You just add the ly at the end, and that's it. Related topic, of course, family. That's it. So a relative is a member of your family. See? That's why people say that family is everybody. No, relative is one. And then you have the whole thing. As I said, some people consider everybody, including the cat, the dog, all of them are part of the family. This is nice. You can have a close relative or a distant one. If you know distant, you know close, because close is like this, distant is like this. We have collocations and blah blah blah. Let's listen to it, right? So,
relative,
also
relative,
this is. Another one that I said is the in-law, okay? Or the in-laws. They put like in-law, okay, just let me see that again, if it's just in-laws. Yeah, they put plural, whatever. Yes, okay, so we have the in-laws. It's informal. Your relatives by married. It's so nice to say, right? Your relatives by married, sorry. Your relatives by married, especially the father and mother of your husband or wife. That's what I said. Because then this person, the mother, becomes your mother-in-law. Not your mother. Your mother is your mother. Your mother-in-law because she married your father. She's your mother-in-law. And then, not your, yeah, it's going to be the other way around. No, now it's another one. Yeah, but whatever. It's going to be like this that we're going to have. I guess I mixed up, but I will correct some other time. So it goes on. We have lots of sentences here that you guys can follow. Okay? In fact, the mother-in-law is going to be this way, right? It's going to be the person who is your, let's say, wife's or husband's mother, then becomes your own mother. That's why sometimes we call the mother-in-law the snake. The snake, Jerry. Yes. But getting back there, we are going to take a look now at some words. I guess I have some words here that are very important ones to pay attention to. So, pay attention. Some words are going to give you some trouble because if you do not pay attention, you're going to have a problem. Remember that I used the word relative there, and some people have kind of problem with the word parent because it seems to be a cognate word. But it's not, especially when it comes to the Portuguese language. Remember parent? Parents. But when we say parent, and I'm not going to use the dictionary, remember, you're going to say either the father or, let me put it up there so that you can see it. So either the father or the mother. You see, so when you don't want to say that it's only the father, that it's only the mother, you say, well, a parent can come. A parent then means it can be the father or it can be the mother. So then you are not being that specific. Another word that is very similar to this is the word sibling. Sibling is a nice word because you say that it's either the brother or the sister. You can say that they are siblings. Siblings means that they are brother and sister. If they are like this. Only the brothers, brothers. Only the sisters, sisters. Boys and girls, brothers and sisters, siblings. So if you understand like this, easy. Same way. Only the father, father. Only the mother, mother. One or another or both, right? Parents. Both parents. A lot of fathers and mothers all together because they have a meeting at school or any other place. Parents. Because we have both fathers and mothers all together. So, in other words, it's not that difficult thing. What you have to do actually is just to really pay attention. As I said, before talking about her, the famous one, let's talk about the word cousin. Okay? Because cousin, better do like this. Cousin can be both male or female, has the male and female idea. So your uncle's or your aunt's son or daughter is going to be your cousin. I'll repeat. Your either or both can be, but your uncle's and aunt's son or daughter is going to be your cousin. Remember that you can say parent, parents, sibling, siblings, just put letter S, and cousin, cousins. Easy way, normal way of making this plural just by adding letter S at the end. Now, of course, let's talk about the very famous and the most beloved person in the family, the mother-in-law. So the mother-in-law, as I said, now I think it's okay. The mother-in-law is that person that is the mother of your husband, in case you are a woman, or the mother of your wife, in case you are a man. So in this situation, as you get married, the person is going to be this very person is going to be your mother according to the law. So she's going to be your mother-in-law. Of course, if you have the man, he's going to be your father-in-law. And then he goes on. Your wife's brother is going to be your brother-in-law. Your wife's sister is going to be, of course, your sister-in-law. You become the person's son-in-law if you are a man, or daughter-in-law if you are a woman. So it's so simple. If you know that as normal way, father, mother, brother, sister, daughter, so you know the way it works. So the in-laws, in fact, are not going to be your big problem. But in Brazil and some other parts of the world, remember that we kind of make a relation, right? We compare the mother-in-law, it's so funny, with the snake, okay? So the mother-in-law is that kind of person that is all the time bugging. When you have jokes, right? Guys use this figure a lot to make fun of her, sometimes make fun of the father-in-law. This is cultural. It happens in English in some countries, the same way it happens in Brazil, in Chile, Argentina, I don't know, in Europe. This is something cultural. Remember that learning only the words themselves is not going to help you. You need to go a little bit more, okay? Do more than that. So that's the idea here for the glorious, the most beloved person in the family, the mother-in-law. The idea was not and is not to bring you everything, but to bring you the most I can offer you, as I said. In other words, making it simple, you have the family, you have the relatives, and you have the in-laws. So if you have to kind of study, kind of pay attention to the in-laws. Some words need a little bit more of your attention because the words are going to be longer, like mother-in-law. So, okay, the other ones like grandmother, grandfather, grandniece, and so on. Man, the family is so big, so large one. So, remember that one nice idea is to get, come on Jerry, you can try to organize family tree or family trees. It's a nice way for you, and my suggestion is try not only to know the name of that, let's say, member, the given name of that member, like uncle and aunt, only like an uncle and aunt. Try to make a kind of completion, like saying Aunt Mary and Uncle John. Give the person's name, because you don't need to be translating the word into Portuguese. You need, remember that you need to do what? You need to use the word, as I said, uncle, for example, and then you put the person's name. Because, oh, I need to talk to my uncle. The person says, okay, but which uncle are you talking about? So if you get used to say, my Uncle Jerry, oh, so you specified. You don't give any opportunity for the person to say, but which of your uncles you're talking about? Oh, sorry, it's Uncle Jerry. It's Uncle John, Uncle Sam, right? As you have the United States, Uncle Sam. So then, to kind of show you, I'm going to open here Google. I'm going to show you the way you can use, yeah. Okay, yeah, let me just, okay. And then, let me write here, just like a family tree here. It's already there. Images, okay. When you do that, remember that you have lots and lots and lots of pictures. There is something here that I saw earlier today. It's just for you to see how things can get out of control. Okay, I think is this one? I think so. Let's see. No. Okay, so then you have here the family tree. Okay. Yes, okay. We have the family tree. We have here grandpa, granny, granny, grandpa. And then you have dad, mom, me, brother, sister. And then you see is the minimum you have. You can go on. What are the uncles? What are the cousins? You see, and then you get a really nice, long family tree, this is something that I can tell you can do. One question that people sometimes ask, do I need to capitalize? Guys, the idea is, do you think it's somebody important? And in English, mom and dad, not father, mother, and it goes. You don't need to do that, but mom and dad, we usually do. But if you have like your grandfather or grandpa, your grandmother or your grandma or granny, okay? So, all right, you can capitalize the initials, right? But it's not really that necessary. As far as I know, you use like mom and dad because they are yours, okay? And sometimes, as we say in good English, shit happens, right? So take a look at this. You have the names now. We don't have like father, mother, brother, sister. You have the names. So you have here, Peter, start here. That's why you have the arrow. So you have here, Peter, Anna, and then you have June, I don't know, Anna. Man, John, isn't it the way you write John? Isn't it John? So sometimes, as I said, shit happens because of this. Misspelling words is something common if you don't not pay attention to. But whatever, we understand, and that's the most important thing. So then you have John, Claire, Billy, Felix. Man, Felix is a cat. Brian and Susie. So remember that you can use these, you can go to other ones, you have different ones, you can get famous families like the Simpsons. I don't have it here, but you try to use the Simpsons or the Simpsons family tree. And then you are going to see, yeah, so Bart is Homer's son. And of course, then Homer is Bart's father. And then you make this kind of relationship. I don't watch Simpsons that much. These are the guys I remember right now. So remember then that this is only a suggestion that I have for you. So then let's get back and let you know that when we talk about family members, remember that you can make it like short, only few people. You can make it a little bit with a little bit more people, so then you consider the relatives. And when you get let's say a bigger ball, so then you talk about including in all the family also the in-laws. Remember that some other people try to bring into their family some friends, maybe some neighbors, not exactly some acquaintances, okay, people that you kind of know from time to time. But it's not that strange nowadays for people to consider their animals. Snakes, man, even snakes, not the mother-in-law I said, the real snakes. But cats, dogs, iguanas, any kind of animal, spiders, man. I know a guy that considers his spider his daughter. So just imagine. So situations like this. Do not forget that families depend on somebody's points of view or point of view, or also feelings. Sometimes feelings are involved. So thanks for watching. Remember that you can leave your comment, you can share it, and you can be in touch with me by using my social networks. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.